Moments from the movie premiere of The Tribunal.
Mr. Jimmy Isu?
I have a client. Well, a friend, actually, that requires your services.
Several Nollywood bigwigs were in attendance as Kunle Afolayan's new flick, The Tribunal, was premiered at the Silverbird Cinema, Victoria Island, Lagos. The movie, which centers on the discrimination and stigmatization of albinos in the society, featured movie stars like Omotola Jalade, Bimbo Manuel, Norbert Young, Funsho Adeolu, Carol King, and Ade Laoye, while Damilola Ogunsi, who was making his debut into Nollywood movie, played the lead character. Check out moments from the event.
I mean, as an actor, you should be able to get into any role. I mean, from the time I got that script, I knew what my job was. My job was just to be the villain. And it wasn't pretty much of what I needed to say. It was the embodiment of the character. And I loved it. I embraced it. I love the story. I still do. And I was very passionate about it.
You know, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't go to law school. I didn't study law. So I had to, like, you know, try and get in the mind of the judge. And I also watched, you know, legal dramas to, you know, be able to give a good translation of the character.
The chairman of this convened tribunal.
How many of these other 5 members of staff that were relieved of their positions were albinos?
Playing this role it was the first opportunity for me to actually play something very close to who I am. The difference, well, there are lots of differences between Ifeanyi in Tribunal and me as a person. So it was actually a lot of fun for me stepping into that role. But it also really resonated with me knowing that people living with albinism face this kind of discrimination at work and everywhere. So I thank God for the message of the movie, which speaks to people that you can't just judge people as you see them. And this movie also talks to albinos that you can't just back down in life. You need to put up a fight. You need to go get what you want. You have talent, you have skills. Make yourself count, and that's it, basically.
It's a very informative film. It's a very educational film. And I think it's an important film, actually. Yeah. It teaches us how to have more respect for people with our albinism. So it's very important.
And it's an advocacy, fighting for the rights of the albinos. And this time we're using the vehicle of drama and film to pass this message across. You don't discriminate against them because you think they are not as good as you are. No, they are good. They are human beings just like you.
Ifeanyi was fired because he's an albino.
Ifeanyi?
The theme, you know, of discrimination and using an albino, using albinism as at the core of a project, I think is the kind of thing that it's a breath of fresh air. Let me just say that, you know. We will hear conversation about this. We will hear a lot of conversation about this because
you picked on him continuously.
Total fabrication.
Oyibo bebe, if you eat bebe, you go yellow.
Mr. Disu, will you please calm your client down now?
I definitely liked what the story was about, the whole legal drama aspect of it, and then just tackling a subject that we don't often talk about, actually, in Nigeria, and the issue of albinism and how they're often unfairly discriminated against. So I thought it was an important story to be a part of.
The albino guy, that people should not see them as people to be shoved aside, people to be seen as not part of us, people to be seen as different. No, they should be seen as normal people that they are, you know, naturally. So
Look, I'm very conscious of my society, and I have an albino that works with, the GM of my company is an albino, and not for once have I looked at him as an albino, but I know that every time we're out, or, you know, even when I'm somewhere and an albino walks in, the reaction would change, you know, so I ask myself, what makes them different, you know, and we now decided to tie to the kind of politics that goes on in corporate world, you know, and now had a, you know, all those kind of twists to it. But really, it is so natural, you know, it's really natural. And I believe that when people see this, it's going to raise a lot of consciousness. And I mean, as you can see, it's not just about entertainment. This is something that will get you thinking. So next time you see an albino, you look at them differently.
Check this out.
What's this?
It says Mr. Disu is a washed-up barrister.
What did you say? Yesterday, at the tribunal, you were drunk.